After another huge offseason, it's finally time for another season of Chicago Bulls basketball here on NBA 2K. Thank you for being patient with me. I've wanted to get this episode out for a long time, and these videos just take so long to edit, but Bulls basketball is back and this team is revamped. We had our highest draft pick and potentially our biggest free agent signing both in this offseason. We started by trading with the Spurs for the number 2 pick that we rightfully owned and that 2K had taken away from us against our will. We got it back and we used it to select interior scorer extraordinaire from UCLA, Luis Kuzma. We also dipped into the restricted free agent pool and found potentially our shooting guard of the future, Shaedon Sharpe. We also signed a couple veterans in Aaron Gordon and Luke Kennard to add to this young roster, and kept pretty much every other meaningful player who played for us last year. Of course, no Cole Anthony, no Jaden McDaniels, but if you ask me, that's a small price to pay for the number 2 overall pick in Kuzma. And after all the moves were made, we ended up with what I deem to be one of the most exciting and deepest rosters in this league. So many young pieces who look like they're only going to get better. Of course, that young core led by Andre Lorbeck, who after a first-team all-rookie season last year, gets the start on day 1 of year 2. Ausar Thompson, of course, was the big trade acquisition of season 3 from the Pistons. Started off slow, but ended the season on a tear. It feels wrong to put him on the bench, but this team is just too deep. Mace Gadzarich was a second-team all-rookie player last year, and he's going to be the last man in our rotation. All of this is subject to change, as we're going to have to find some way to get Jet Howard, Dalen Terry on the court at some point. And you can't forget about Branko Todorovic and Icot Lucas, who absolutely exploded onto the scene late last year with some of the highest per-minute impact I've ever seen out of a rookie drafted in that range. To round out our roster, I've found some very intriguing two-way prospects. Manny Camper from the Denver Nuggets G League team has some of the best shooting ratings in this entire game at only 73 overall. He joins the Bulls on a two-way. And then Jordan Ford, a point guard from the Stockton Kings, also a sharpshooter. We're still not the best shooting team, so rounding out the bottom of this roster with some knockdown shooters may come in handy. We open our season against the Utah Jazz, who still have a young roster. They swapped centers in the offseason, letting Walker Kessler go to the Clippers and signing DeAndre Ayton in free agency. On the Bulls side, we'll get to see the debut of Shaedon Sharpe in a Bulls jersey alongside Andre Lorbeck in the backcourt. Aaron Gordon will also get the start over the rookie Luis Kuzma. Donovan Clingan now enters his 3rd year as the starting center, and Brandon Ingram will enter year 2 of his contract. It is opening day 2026 here in the United Center. Clingan and Ayton jumping it up, and the Jazz win it. Justin Edwards with it on the wing, gives it to Keontae George, who nails the triple off the catch. Andre Lorbeck off a screen going left, back to Sharpe. Crisscrossing left side, tries to dunk on Ayton, his former teammate, and he missed it. Can we get our first points? Aaron Gordon is fouled at the hoop by Taylor Hendricks. He will go to the line. The first free throw, good. And the first points of the Bulls season. Aaron Gordon scores it, but not able to hit the second. Denny Avdia with the shot clock running down, that's off. Rebound Donovan Clingan. Lorbeck sprinting the other way. Ingram backdoor cutting for the lay. Bulls with it again. Here's Shaedon Sharpe up the middle of the court. Off the screen from Clingan going right. Fakes out Ayton, twirls around, and puts it in. A crafty finish for the marquee free agent. Pick and pop here is Ingram for 3. That one's down. And here's Shaedon Sharpe, jump stopping at the elbow, dropping off to Clingan on the roll. And a high arcing layup goes down. That ball knocked free. Aaron Gordon with the steal on Justin Edwards, but Edwards snatches it right back. Utah only with 3 points. There is 5. Nice delivery inside to Ayton. Justin Edwards left wide open in the corner. That's 3. 10-8, Chicago leads. Nice cut for Klingon. Nice feed from Ingram. Halfway through the first, Keontae George probing inside, finishing through contact. Out of a timeout here, we have our first substitutions of the game, and that means Luis Kuzma, the number 2 pick, is checking in for the first time. Asar Thompson also checks in and makes an immediate impact play. Big time hops on the jam. And now Luis Kuzma with the ball. He's going to be aggressive. Pump fake and scores inside on Justin Edwards for his first career points. A 3 from Denny Avdia, no. Rebound Ayton. Edwards tries again, no. And Denny Avdia hauls it in. He is hacked and will go to the line and hits both for the 3rd chance points. Shaden Sharp driving baseline, hop steps and puts it in softly. Bulls shooting 8 of 14 early in this one. Pass to Isaiah Jackson, who nails the jumper from the corner. 9 minutes down in quarter number 1, here is Kendall Brown. Step back for the 3. Now the European sophomores, Lorbeck and Gadzarich, connecting on a pick and roll. Now Gadzarich passing ahead to Lorbeck. Pass break stopped by the Jazz, but Gadzarich cutting back door. What a finish inside. That's exactly what we're hoping to see more of this year from Gadzarich, as Kendall Brown continuing to fill up the net. 22-20, Bulls in the lead. Asar Thompson gets Ira Mack off his feet. Out to the corner for Sharp. The 3 is good. 7 points for Shaden. That is the former 4-year Iowa guard Ira Mack getting an assist inside to Bryce Sensabaugh. High arcing floater from Andre Lorbeck for his first 2 points of the year. A missed 3 from Brown. Pass ahead. Asar Thompson aggressively trying to finish and is fouled. And we end the quarter on a nice little run. Mack inside to Jackson and the layup is good. On to quarter number 2. B.I. for 3. Assist from Asar Thompson. 32-24. Bryce Sensabaugh. Hook shot. Good over Luis Kuzma. Now Kuzma loses the ball. Denny Avdia comes away with it. To the corner for Sensabaugh. Now inside to DeAndre Ayton. Dominating the paint. 4-point game now. Here is Ingram with an aggressive take. Kick out to Kennard, who is blocked by Justin Edwards. Keontae George ahead of the pack. He's blocked by Ingram. What a recovery. I'm excited about our defense this year. It's going to be long and physical, but we allow an easy layup for DeAndre Ayton there. Back to the Princeton Chin offense that worked for us at the end of last year. Donovan Klingon with underrated passing ability. As Edwards gets one to go right over Klingon with perfect touch. Now Klingon in the post guarded by Ayton. To Kennard. Catch and shoot 3 rattles in. The first of many this year for Luke Kennard. Step back 3 for Denny Avdia. Knocks it down. 2-point game now. Bulls in the lead. Shot clock running down for Kennard. He's stifled. Aaron Gordon has to hoist from way out, and Donovan Klingon chases it down. Even if you force a bad shot, you got to worry about number 32 on the glass. There we forget about Taylor Hendricks, who gets an open corner 3. But Ingram gets one of his own. He's got 13 points. Nice pass from Lorbeck. Edwards, pull-up jumper off the screen. That was smooth. 44-42, tightly contested. Shaden Sharp back in the game. Attacks the rim with ferocity. Boy, does it feel good to have a scoring-oriented wing back in this team. Now Sharp finds a cutting Ingram, and he gets his 15th points. That pass deflected by Sharp, but Keontae George chases it down and hits a 3. 48-45, we hang on. Klingon, hop step, and scores over Ayton. Could we possibly be in store for an even better year for Klingon than he had last year? There's Justin Edwards again. He's also primed for a breakout year. He's got 9. Here's Lorbeck. Can't get to the rim. Gordon in the corner, guarded by Hendricks. And this possession is not going well for us. Fade away from Klingon almost went in. But the Jazz will take that shot any day. Ayton blocked by Gordon. But it goes right back to him. Now Avdia with a 3-point attempt. Ayton with another rebound. Avdia again. It's good. More third chance points. That's unacceptable. Gordon for 3. No. Sharp rebounds and puts it in. Tie ball game with a minute to go in the half. Asar Thompson is stuffed. He probably traveled anyway. Kendall Brown is at a couple threes, and there's another. Jazz take the lead with a 13-4 run. 30 seconds left. We go for the 2-for-1. Ingram, no good on the jumper, and put back by Gadzarich. Kendall Brown lets it fly again. No. Rebound. Jackson, 360 put-back slam. They've just been winning most of those 50-50 balls. Thompson fighting hard on the glass, though, getting the put-back slam off his own miss. But we end half number 1 down by 1. Overall, this was definitely a mixed bag of a half. It seems like the offense is taking a little bit to get in sync with each other, which makes sense. The defense has made some plays, but overall we're letting up way too many wide open shots. And as a result, we're trailing to a team that is much less talented than ours. Before we get to the second half, we have a Woj bomb here. As you know, I like to make my 2K franchises a fully customized experience. I love to make exciting, realistic trades for the computer. Last year it was Kawhi going to the Trail Blazers at the beginning of the season, and this year Anthony Edwards has had it with Minnesota, and in this blockbuster move he will be teaming up with Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio. The Spurs have made it to the finals 2 straight years and fallen short both times. They're looking for a major upgrade to put them over the top, and this certainly has the potential to be just that. Edwards has put together some really great stats, but has been wasted away on some terrible Timberwolves teams. Karl Anthony Towns has regressed big time, and that roster just has not worked out like it did in real life. The Spurs had a wealth of promising young talent that really wasn't being fully maximized on this roster, and they're able to give up a massive haul to the Timberwolves to kickstart their rebuild, including Jalen House, the sharpshooting sophomore out of Notre Dame, and Nicholas Claxton, who started a lot of games for the Spurs at center. It makes sense to move on from Clax at this point, though, just because center is clearly Wemby's natural position. There's no use in protecting him at the 4 anymore now that he is becoming a true superstar. But Wemby's got to be real happy with this trade as he finally gets a true sidekick. And not to mention, they were able to keep 2 great players in Keldon Johnson and Zachary Rizache. The Spurs are now officially stacked. And speak of the devil, we get to see Ant make his Spurs debut on opening day against the Vancouver Woodsmen, who have their own high-profile debut in number 1 pick D.D. McDice. There's Ant Edwards getting his first points with the Spurs, but don't forget about Cole Haringody, the first draft pick in Woodsman history. He's got a new backcourt mate now in D.D. McDice, who crosses up Wemby for his first NBA field goal. Are you serious? The start of what many expect to be a legendary NBA career. But the Spurs are just too talented. Edwards with the slam in transition, and they end up getting a win in a very exciting game. Edwards and Wembanyama combined for 56, but how about D.D. McDice? 41 points in his debut. Clearly, he is ready for the big stage. An all-time great rookie debut. All right, last thing I wanted to get over with before the second half. We have a few teams who changed uniforms this year. Of course, I kind of screwed myself over by introducing new teams and uniforms because now I'm not going to be able to access this save after the server shut off, but hey, I might as well have some fun with it. The Hornets get a fresh set of uniforms. Look at that honeycomb on the shoulders. Absolutely beautiful. And I absolutely love how that center court logo pays homage to the old Bobcats. And the New Orleans Pelicans, the original Hornets, also switch up their color scheme to a black, red, and gold look. I always thought the Pelicans branding was a little bit bland. This is way more New Orleans than whatever they used to have. And the Blazers enter a new era, led by Scoot Henderson, now with Kawhi Leonard on the roster, and they have some new uniforms to accompany it. I love how they're staying with the classic pinwheel logo, but they have changed the shape of it to look like a P. That's genius in my book. As a Blazer fan, I would absolutely be happy with this rebrand. That's all for halftime. Third quarter now, no one scored over 80 seconds in. Keontae George, kick out to Deni Avdija. The three ball is good. Utah extends the lead. Now a 5-point game here. Avdija in the post, out to Keontae. Long two is down. Back to the Princeton offense. Nice pass inside to Ingram from Klingon, and it leads to 2. Lorbeck driving baseline, and 1. Using that big guard body. No free throw, though. Keontae George with a strong attack. Not a good start to the half for our defense. But we get another easy look inside off a nice pass from Klingon. Ingram with footwork in the post, but the shot rolls off the rim. And he commits a frustration foul in the backcourt. That's his 4th already. Spinning jump shot good for Justin Edwards. Now we're down by 6. Aaron Gordon hasn't scored a field goal yet, and he misses another. Taylor Hendricks pushing it to the corner. Edwards wide open. Good. Not a recipe for success. Bulls down 9. Lorbeck to the corner. Sharp. 3 ball. He's got 17. Lorbeck spinning. Inside to Gordon. He's blocked by Hendricks. Avdija the other way. George blocked. It's a block party. Shaedon Sharp spikes it. Deflected by Thompson. He's out in transition. Cocking it back for the slam. This game's turning into an air show. Kuzma denied at the rim. Kuzma's had a quiet debut so far, just 2 points. Sharp, off a screen. 3-pointer is cash. 20 points for Shaedon. He wants more. Back out to Kennard. Wide open 3. It's good from Luke Kennard. And we're back in the lead. Not for long, though, as Isaiah Jackson hits the layup. Jackson with it again. Scoring inside. Third quarter winding down. Asar Thompson with a dunk. 77-76. Ira Mack with the pass to Jackson. Back out to Mack. The corner 3, we forgot about him. Sharp is trapped. Kennard tries another triple, and no good, and tapped back in by Thompson for our last points of the quarter. A.J. Johnson hits the 3, and he gives the Jazz a 5-point lead heading into quarter number 4. A lot of plays we'd like to have back in this one, but we find ourselves still within striking distance. A.J. Johnson with the slithery finish. Lorbeck feeds Gadzarich, and Ijax denies it. A.J. Johnson the other way. He's fouled by Gordon. Johnson making a major impact in limited minutes. He scores again there, and the Jazz are up by 10. More easy transition points. Deni Avdija. Lorbeck to Thompson. 3-pointer is good. Thompson with 17. Johnson remaining aggressive. He finds a wide open Bryce Sensabaugh. And it's a double-digit deficit. How can we shift this momentum back in our favor? Thompson knocks down a couple free throws. Justin Edwards has been lethal today. Nice feed to Taylor Hendricks, who rises up for the slam. Hard foul by Isaiah Jackson on Brandon Ingram. That leads to 2 free throws. Justin Edwards fouled at the basket by Thompson. He hits 1 shot at the line. Thompson drives and dumps to Gadzarich for 2. 9-point deficit now. Gadzarich with a pick and pop three. He just has not been able to hit those shots at the efficiency that we want. Terrible transition defense. Keontae George drives right around Mace Gadzarich. Brandon Ingram fades away on Avdia. That shot is majestic. Gadzarich to a wide open Ingram in the corner. Money. And we're still in this ball game. 7 minutes to go. Why do we keep leaving Justin Edwards wide open in the corner? 9-point game again. Sharp. Easy lane to the basket, but he can't get the and one. He does get 2 free throws. Hendricks for 3. What is with our perimeter defense? Adjustments are going to need to be made after this game, win or lose. Sharp left open. That's good. 25 in his Bulls debut. George Ayton, pick and roll, fouled by Klingon, only his second. DA hits both. Elevator screen leads to a 3 from Ingram. One of the most fun plays to run. But that's not what you want to see, as Sharp fouls Justin Edwards behind the 3-point line. Billy Donovan decides to challenge it, but he really has no chance with that. It's a clear foul. He did not give him landing room. Edwards with 21 now, hits the first 2 free throws, misses the third, and it's rebounded by Ayton. Drop step and an easy layup. A 4-point possession for the Jazz, back-breaking. Now Edwards goes up with it and taps back in his own miss. Incredible motor from Justin Edwards, running circles around us. Brandon Ingram hits a couple free throws. And another offensive rebound. Justin Edwards won't go away. Time is running out if we want to catch up to these Jazz as Thompson scores. Edwards behind the back. Pull-up jumper. Silky smooth. Now it's going to be a blocking foul on Avdia. We keep the ball. Klingon tries it at the rim. No. Gets his rebound. No again. DA with stout interior defense. Keontae George taking it down. Hendricks receives the pass and he is hacked. Both free throws good. 12-point game. Thompson with an aggressive take. He has 25. He's looked great tonight off the bench. Much better than Lorbeck. Ingram fouled again. He's made a living at the line. He's got 31 now. Puts it up again through contact and hits. 33. But we just can't stop fouling on defense. Thankfully, Ayton only hits 1. And Asar Thompson drains a triple. We're down by 4. Another foul from Klingon. That's his 5th and the 7th team foul. Denny Avdia hits the first, misses the second, and hallelujah, we get the rebound. Shaedon Sharp driving on Edwards, picks up his dribble, hits Klingon, cutting to the rim, and that's a shooting foul. Klingon hits the clutch shots to make this a 1-possession game once again. But Keontae George with an open look, it's off. And we have a chance to tie with a 3. 45 seconds remaining. Sharp goes all the way to the basket and scores. We cut it to 1, but Ayton puts it back up to 3. 18 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. Asar Thompson puts it in. We continue to take the 2 points and hope for a missed free throw. Justin Edwards hits the first. He's been on fire today. The second misses. Luke Kennard gets the rebound. Asar Thompson pushing it. Shaedon Sharp thought about the 3. Now drives inside. He's fouled. The shot is off, but he will go to the line with a chance to tie. Sharp's been great today. He's got 27, but he misses that free throw. Now what do? Do you intentionally miss it? I think there's too much time on the clock to do that. 9 seconds. The second from Sharp is good. And we still trail by 1. We need to foul or force a turnover. Thought we almost forced one there, but we have to foul. And Keontae George's first free throw is too strong. The second one from George misses as well. We're down by 1. Asar Thompson. Only a couple seconds left, and Billy Donovan calls timeout. We tried to get the transition score, but nothing was there. Now we have to find a way to score against a fully set defense. 1.7 on the clock. One chance to avoid a disappointing season debut. The stars have shined bright today, but our defense has us down by 1 right now. Klingon will inbound. Ingram trying to get open, and the pass is intercepted! Taylor Hendricks undercuts it and ends the game for the Jazz. Just terrible execution with the game on the line. Why are you cutting inside there if you're Ingram? You have to know your defender's right on your hip, ready to intercept that pass. And it all started with that missed free throw from Sharp. Just unfortunate. We had 3 players score over 28 points. Donovan Klingon had a double-double. We had all the makings of a promising opening day win, but we just got all the little things wrong. And while we had some great performers today, we also had some poor ones. Andre Lorbeck did not have a very good game, 2 for 7. We made the decision to start him over Asar Thompson. Meanwhile, Thompson goes for 30 off the bench. I think that's enough evidence to put him in the starting lineup again immediately. Also, our highly anticipated rookie Luis Kuzma did not play well. Only 2 points in 12 minutes, did not make much of an impact at all. And Aaron Gordon, who I was really excited about, scored the first points of the season on a free throw, and then he was just nowhere to be found for the rest of the game, shooting 0 for 7. Meanwhile, we did not have an answer for Justin Edwards, who went for 28 points. He looks like he's going to be a problem as he continues to develop. The good news is it sure looks like this team is a lot better than last year in terms of shooting the basketball. We made 13 threes last year. I can't remember if I even got to that number in any played game last season. So we're going to start the year 0-1. It took a long time for us to get our first win last season. Hopefully we can get it a little quicker this time, though, as we face the Wizards in game number 2. And again, we are locked in a tight one late. I'm going to jump into this one and see how it plays out. We had a good first half, but in the second half, we've been outscored by 12. Luis Kuzma is in the game late here, and he's got 12 points. Now 13, much better than his season debut. RJ Barrett drives inside and gets it to go and 1. We got to stop giving guys easy points on free throws late in games. Thompson runs Valanciunas over, but they call it on the defense. Thompson misses the first free throw, makes the second. Bulls are in the bonus. Valanciunas gets it to go in the paint, and a nice backdoor cut from Ingram. Just under 2 minutes to go, and we trail by 4. Wizards with the offensive board, and it's blocked by Klingon. A huge rejection. Can we score after the stop? Ingram defers to Sharp, who goes behind the back, drives on Jalen Suggs, and destroys him. This guy's electric. It's like we never lost Zach LaVine. Now Ingram has it, trailing by 2. Pull-up jumper, good. This game's knotted up at 106. No good on the jumper from Isaiah Collier. Now the Bulls with a chance to take the lead. Thompson to Kuzma, off the glass and in. Great touch from the rookie. 30 seconds to go. Collier tries a 3. It's good. A high arcing shot drops for the star Wizards point guard. And just like that, we're trailing again. 15 on the clock. Sharp pump fakes. Klingon with the slam. What a play. And a savvy setup from Shaedon Sharp, getting Valanciunas off his feet. And then Klingon was cleared for takeoff. Now we need one more stop. Collier holding it. Now Suggs tries a 3. No good. Bulls get their first win of the season. The potential of this team is obvious when you watch them. They definitely passed the eye test. They've got a combination of talent and balance. 6 players made it to double figures this game, including Luis Kuzma, who scored 15 in 22 minutes. not to mention 2 3-pointers. And this time we made all the right plays down the stretch. Last offseason's draft class was highly anticipated, and if you've been itching to see the number 1 versus the number 2 pick, you don't have to wait long. Game number 3 for the Bulls is against D.D. McDyess and the Vancouver Woodsmen, back in the United Center.
As the power forward, at 6'9", number 34.
And Luis Kuzma will get his first career start. It's only right. These two players went at it in a stacked Big Ten conference last year. Obviously, McDyess putting together one of the best college seasons in history, leading his Illini to the championship game only to lose to USC. Kuzma's UCLA Bruins weren't half bad either, though. They also lost to USC in the Elite Eight as Kuzma gets an assist. I will be player locking on Luis Kuzma today, as D.D. McDyess misses the 3-point pull-up shot, and Ingram grinds inside for 2. Here's Tari Eason out to Robert Williams, and the mid-range jumper goes. Shaedon Sharpe, guarded closely by McDyess. The floater rattles out. Ingram inside to Thompson. The layup is good. And McDyess grabbing his shoulder. He ran into the screen from Klingon, and he was out of the play immediately. He will exit the game. I swear, injuries always happen at the worst possible time. As Ryan Rupert hits the 3. Asar Thompson cleared for liftoff. Dunks all over Cole Herringody. His free throw misses. Kuzma gets it, and he's blocked by the former Bull, Brandon Clark. Staying engaged, though, he defends Clark well on the other end. Herringody with a perfectly placed pass on the same page with Clark. Sharpe now speeding past his man for 2. Thompson, 3-pointer, no. Klingon there for the putback. 12-7, Chicago on top. Sharpe with a baseline drive again with a powerful dunk. Blocked by Klingon. Herringody had no chance on that attempt. Thompson contorting his body, that was no good. Klingon with another board and another score. Klingon hits the free throw. Kuzma still looking for his first points of the night. There's Clark scoring the and one. Now a pick and roll, Lorbeck to Kuzma. And he finishes for his first points. Brandon Clark, coast to coast. He's got guard skills. Ivica Zubac off the bench with an offensive rebound and score. Shaedon Sharpe, catch and shoot 3, nothing but nets. Brandon Clark getting a lot of shots up, that one's off. Good defense from Kuzma. Rupert is blocked by Sharpe. This team's getting a lot of blocks, way more than last season. Lorbeck to Kuzma, and he scores again. I could see that becoming a deadly pick and roll duo in the future. Sharpe to Kuzma, making a living, rolling to the rim. Now Kuzma cutting in transition, had the right idea, was blocked from behind, and Jet Howard cleans it up. Kuzma died on the off-ball screen there, leading to a wide open dunk for Ousmane Dieng, and then Lorbeck steps into the backcourt. A brain fart for the second-year point guard. Shaedon Sharpe trying to drive past Zubac, and he's fouled. Sharpe has had his way with this Vancouver defense early, and Kuzma's going to sub out with the Bulls leading by 16. Now we're leading by 17 here in the second quarter as Kuzma comes back in, and so does D.D. McDyess. He's playing hurt, and he gets the basket to go in traffic. I'm glad we still get to see the number 1 versus number 2, but don't forget about Asar Thompson. Lorbeck sees a mismatch. Klingon backdoors Cole Herringody for a highlight play. Free throws make it a 21-point game as McDyess is stripped. Thompson forces the turnover, and Sharp finds Klingon at the rim. And the Bulls are rolling. Herangodi loses the ball. Klingon, body on the floor, but Herangodi gets it back, finds Clark in the corner. That's not his game. Klingon with an offensive board, and he scores. A very nice game for him so far. Kuzma guarded by McDyess. This is what the fans came to see. Backing him down. Layup is good. Kuzma with 8 points, nearing a double-double already. Klingon bails Kuzma out with the block, and it leads to a shot clock violation for this anemic Woodsman offense. Almost committing the turnover, Kuzma gets his own pass back, now attacks Herangodi for another score. He's got the double-double. McDyess drops it off to Clark, couldn't handle the pass, gets it back, and scores and one. 28-point differential. Herangodi hits the jumper. He's had a long day, largely because of that man. Shaden Sharp puts DD on a poster, and now Thompson does the same to Herangodi. McDyess hits the three, just gutting it out through the shoulder injury. Sharp with a tough shot in traffic, and the Bulls dominate at halftime, leading 71-40. This is what this team is capable of. And while the McDyess versus Kuzma battle may be hotly contested, it's clear which one of these teams is more talented than the other. Shaden Sharp picking back up where he left off, dunking on McDyess. We are giving this backcourt a really hard time. Turnover for McDyess. That was a panic pass out of the paint. Sharp with another backdoor cut. He has been very efficient today. McDyess inside to Clark. He scores over Kuzma. Thompson to Sharp. When will they learn? You can't overplay this man in the corner. Clark with the dunk. Nice feed from Dede. Here's Ingram on the right wing. Nice lob pass to Klingon. Rejected by Robert Williams III. He's still playing hard with his team down 26. Sharp again. That was a tough shot from the corner. He gets another open look. He is dialed in. 30 points already. They find Clark inside again. Well defended by Kuzma. McDyess with a wild shot. No good. It goes to Zubats, and he misses the dunk. It's just been that kind of day for the Woodsmen. High-speed feed from Thompson to Ingram. He's spreading the ball around today. He's proving that he should have been our starting point guard from the very start. That is an impressive finish high off the glass from Kuzma. Another three from McDyess. 102-69 now. We're in quarter number 4. McDyess trying to pad his stats. We already know he's going to be a big-time scorer in this league, having scored 41 in a game already. There's Kuzma with the putback slam. Now he gets the steal and the breakaway. Robert Williams nearly caught him, but he gets the layup. He's got 16 and 17. Thompson swipes it away from McDyess. Now Kuzma, tough finish. What a showcase it has been for this young Bulls team. We got the bench in the game. Icot Lucas gets the feed from Kuzma. Tristan Vukovic getting his frustration out, dunking on Kuzma. And Luke Kennard with the three from the corner. 113-81. Kuzma with the speed boost, jump stop, and the soft touch. What a game. 127-91. Bulls win in a blowout. And Luis Kuzma came to play today. 20 points, 18 rebounds. And he and Shaden were just dialed in today. The two combined to shoot 24 of 31 from the field. I think it's safe to say he outplayed Dede McDyess, who still led his team in scoring with 18, 7 of 20 from the field. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite a fair fight, as McDyess was fighting through a shoulder injury for much of the game. It was still fun to see those two battle though. So after a disappointing debut, we get 2 straight wins in week 1 of the new year. Now it's time for some simcasting as we have 2 straight games against the Pistons, who we acquired Asar Thompson from last year. Clearly he enjoys playing these Pistons, as he goes for 36 in a 3rd straight win for the Bulls. If you're wondering how well that trade worked out for the Pistons, well, Patrick Williams has been pretty solid for them. He had 19 points in this one. He's no Asar Thompson though, that's for sure. But Detroit does get their revenge in the 2nd game of the series. The Bulls only score 92 here. Luis Kuzma, though, had 20. And against the Pelicans here, we score 132 in a win in another very nice game from Kuzma. So far, he has far and away won the starting power forward job, as Gordon has another game without a field goal made. That's another win for the Bulls, winning by 12 over the Magic. Shaedon Sharpe with 26, 7, and 9. But the Nuggets, who are able to re-sign Mikal Bridges, lock us up, only allowing 91. We follow that up with a loss to the Suns, but then we're able to beat Brooklyn off a really nice game from Sharpe and Thompson. The Lakers defeat us by 11, and then we are absolutely bludgeoned by the Cleveland Cavaliers. So clearly, while we've improved, there's still some work to do. Great teams simply do not lose by 45 points, ever. Man, these Cavs are annoying. And to make matters worse, Donovan Clingan went down with a hamstring injury in that one. He will miss 2 to 4 weeks, which will open the starting center job for Mace Gadzarich. That's going to be all the action for today's episode. We're going to end this at 6-6. We had some really impressive wins and some disappointing losses. But overall, 6-6, a lot better than our league worst record from last year. Next episode will be full of exciting storylines. We'll see Asar Thompson making his return to Detroit. Those 2 games against the Pistons this episode were in Chicago, so we'll see if he can get double revenge on the Pistons. On top of that, we have a game against the Mavericks that I want to jump into. If you remember back when we drafted Andre Lorbeck, Luka is basically Lorbeck's idol. He followed in his footsteps, playing for Real Madrid, getting the MVP of the EuroLeague, winning championships. We basically have a mini Luka on our team, so it'll be like a master versus apprentice type of game. I hope to see you guys soon for the next episode. Season 4 finally underway for this Bulls franchise. I know I took forever. I do feel the pressure, of course, with the servers shutting down soon. I'm trying to just play ahead and not worry too much about editing videos and getting them out. So, as I record this commentary right now, I am much farther ahead in the franchise than you guys are seeing right now. So hopefully I'm able to play ahead enough to see this whole thing through. I really appreciate anyone who's still sticking around watching this. I put a lot of work into these videos. If you like what you see, I would really appreciate if you liked, subscribed, turned on post notifications. Please, by all means, leave me a comment with any feedback you have. And if you could recommend me to a friend, that would be awesome. I'll be back with more Bulls basketball very soon. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.